Orange Nation, it is time. Kicking things off with our dynamic warm-up. It's going to be 5 minutes long, executed for 1 minute apiece. Starting on our stomach, this is called our Cobra Swing. So Ange is lifting her chest off the ground just a couple inches, fingertips in the small of the back, extending out in front of you, and then slowly bringing it right back. Following that is our T-spine rotation. Now the hands are slightly behind the ears, rotating down towards the opposite elbow and taking the elbow behind the head towards the ceiling. Rolling next into our ankle mobility. Now Ange is locking one foot behind the heel, taking her hips towards the ceiling and then bringing it right back down. That's going to be 30 seconds on each side. Standing up with our lateral shift and punch. Now we're giving ourselves plenty of distance in between our feet. Notice as she shifts to one side, it's the same arm that extends out in front of you. You ready to get your heart rate up on this last one? It's our seal jack. So now Ange is just bouncing lightly on her toes. Arms come out and bring it right back in. If you need an option, just slow it down and step it out left to right. You ready to rock and roll? Let's get in it. Family, this block is all about the lower body. It's going to be 8 minutes long, consists of 4 exercises for 8 reps apiece. And you ready to get into this?
Ready.
All right, so we're gonna kick it off with our goblet squat for tempo. Feet are just wider than your hips, holding your object out in front of you, and the key is tempo. So notice it's gonna be a slow, controlled 3 seconds on the descend and 1 explosive count on the way right back up. Flowing into our second exercise, widen out our stance, your toes slightly outward. It is our sumo squat to Frogger. So what Angie's doing is she's dropping her object on the ground. She's exploding up, landing soft, and performing that sumo squat. Option, you can just come up on your toes. That looks great. Transitioning into our body weight, alternating step up with knee raise. When you're stepping up on your object, you wanna make sure that your heel is all the way on top, sticking your balance, keeping your core tight, and activating your glutes and hamstrings. Whew. Number 4. Our last one is going to be our lateral hop over. So one foot is on top of your object, going side to side, staying under control, or if it's better for you, we'll just slow things down, keeping one foot on top of your box the entire time. Again, 4 exercises, 8 minute total, 8 reps apiece. Let's see what you got.
Orange Nation, it is vitally important that we work that core because it is simply where all our movement originates from. So Coach Didi is going to take us through a nice core workout. We're going to have 4 exercises. I want you to do 3 rounds, and you have 6 minutes to get it done. First up, we're going to come down to the ground in a high plank position or in a push-up position. You're going to start by driving that knee straight forward, and then you want to bring it forward into the outside of your elbow. Option is to drop the opposite knee down to the ground and simply continue to perform the exercise from there. After your 10-second rest, we're simply going to do it on the opposite side. Your third exercise, grab your medium-sized objects, and we're going to perform a double crunch. So we're going to start. Arms and legs are going to be extended. We're simply going to bring those elbows and those knees as close to each other as you can. Be mindful to allow the shoulder blades to rise slightly above the ground so you get the most out of it. Last one is we're simply going to sit up and we're going to perform a seated torso rotation. Hold your object up high by your collarbone and close to the body. Make sure you are fully rotating your torso as opposed to simply moving your object from left to right. And once again, we got to work that core. Let's get it strong. Let's get it right. Let's get it popping. I am here with Coach Angela. We're going to take her through a nice lower body focus block. So we're going to start with an alternating reverse lunge to a hop. We're going to step back, plant that toe on the ground. We're going to hop up, bring that opposite foot slightly above the ground. Option, knee raise, and keep that foot on the ground. Next one, alternating lateral lunge. We're going to step out to the side. Make sure you keep your heels on the ground by sitting your hips back, and always keep your toes lined up with each other. Options, simply reduce your range of motion. Next one, we're going to come down to the ground for a hip bridge march. Your arms are at your side. Everything is lined from shoulders to knees. We're going to bring your knees as close to the chest as possible. Option, simply lower the hips slightly. And then we're going to flip it over into our last one, get into a push-up position, and we're simply going to perform a plank kick through. Bring one hand off of the ground and kick the opposite leg all the way through. Option, simply limit that range of motion. Be mindful now to draw that belly button into your spine so that way your core stays fully engaged. Let's get to work.
When we come together, we can be as one. When we stop all the fighting and unite, then we all could be one world in love. I'm gonna show you just how bright we shine. When we come together, we can be as one. When we stop all the fighting and unite, then we all could be
right, team, so now it's time to work through all 5 of those heart rate zones to get right into the orange zone and collect those points. This block is a cardio block. It's going to last for 2 rounds at 10 minutes long. Your first exercise is going to be a push featuring a squat jack to alternating floor tap. So Joe is jumping those feet out. Your option here is to simply step in and out in a lateral fashion. Then you're going to take it into a base. We're going to active recovery. Doing a jumping jack, bringing that heart rate into that green zone. Next, we're going to go right back into that push, in which we have that 1 minute squat to alternating knee tap. So you're going to drop those hips and squeeze the core, elbow driving right to those knees. After that, we go directly into an all-out running man. You're getting into plank position, driving those knees forward, blowing the air out of the stomach, lots of explosiveness here, and keeping those shoulders over the wrists. After that, we're going to take a nice recovery and breathe. So we're going to rest, and then we're going to drive right back into those last 2 exercises. You're going to go into that squat to alternating knee tap, and then you're going to go into that push to all-out effort. So 2 rounds, 10 minutes long. Let's get to work.
Oh man, OTF, that's what we're talking about. Another job well done. We're so proud of you. And now it is time to slow things down. And I know you're ready for some flexibility. Kicking it off with our seated toe reach. So Ange is starting a seated position. Legs are straight out in front of her. She's going to sit up tall, reaching as far as she can until she feels a slight sense of discomfort. Don't forget to breathe. And we're going to hold for 20 seconds. Going right into our knee tuck with a rock. But think about this one, a two-part movement. So for 20 seconds, we're gonna bring our knee to our chest, hugging it in and just holding for 20 seconds. Then we're slightly going to rock side to side under control for an additional 20 seconds. Next one up is our figure 4 stretch. So Angie's gonna take one foot on top of her thigh, reaching through, lightly grabbing the back of her hamstring. And again, don't forget to breathe, holding for 20 seconds on both sides. Next exercise for stretching is going to be our book opener. So Ange, go ahead and just straighten one leg. Notice the opposite leg, the knee's been at 90 degrees, rolling over your body, and so very important that you indeed keep your shoulder blades flat on the ground. Last one, I don't know, some of you might have one of these in your household currently. It's called a happy baby. So let's think happy thoughts on this one. Laying flat on your back, gripping the back of your toes on the stretch, and just holding for 20 seconds. You earn this time. Crew, we're so excited for you. Great job stepping outside of your comfort zone.
We just gotta breathe fire. We just gotta breathe fire. Fire, fire. We just gotta reach higher. Higher, higher. We just gotta breathe fire.
He asked me if I was satisfied. I said no, even though what I feel inside I lied. And I know it don't make sense. No, I know it don't make sense. But I'm trying to pretend that we are just friends, that we could just end. I know I'm bugging. Your love is a drug. Your love is a drug, and I can't get enough. Your love is a drug. You do, and it's gotta be true. No one else can make me feel the way that you do, and you do what you do. I swear I never met somebody who made me feel so high when they touched my body. I swear you drive me crazy like Maserati, baby. But I'm trying to pretend that we are just friends, that we could just end. I know I'm bugging. Your love is a drug. Your love is a drug, and I can't get enough. Your love is a drug. Your love is a drug, yeah. Your love is a drug. Your love is a drug. Your love is a drug. When I'm busting, I can't get enough. When I'm down to the last of myself, your love is a drug. Your love is a drug. I know you say you care the way that you do, and it's gotta be true. No one else can make me feel the way that you do, and you do what you do. Your love is a drug.